How are we doing, Mark?
Alright, fine, thanks.
Nice to finally meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
M.A.Developments?
Yes.
Evo specialist?
Yeah, Evo, Cosworth, Porsches.
You started off with the Cosworths?
Yes, yeah, Cosworth. Yeah, bought one at 25, 92, and somebody blew it up for me. And obviously, why am I doing this to myself?
Yeah.
So that's how I started.
And then you moved on to working on the Evos as well, you said,
Yes,
yeah?
yeah, 99.
99,
So,
yeah? So 20 years.
Yeah.
So yeah, basically I filmed quite a few Evos recently.
Yeah.
And they're
We've mapped a
always,
few of them,
yeah,
haven't we?
yeah,
Yeah,
a couple
yeah.
of the Cosies as well.
Yeah.
So do you want to go over, you got like a load of cars even here, haven't you? What's going on here? Do you wanna-
Obviously this one, this is a mapping job. 6-speed sequential, 440 horsepower, 440 horsepower on the dyno with it tomorrow.
Yeah.
650 horsepower Evo 5 there, full rebuild from obviously somebody else's work that didn't quite work as well as it should have. A couple of Evos there, 600 horsepower builds. White Sapphire Cosworth from Belgium, 800 horsepower E85 car. Black RS 500 for 500 horsepower Irish car, 95.
RS 500 as well?
Yeah, 95 octane fuel. And obviously 7-speed sequential gearbox in a Sapphire Cosworth from Ireland.
Yeah.
The 440 horsepower is going to go 650 on 95. And obviously the white one under the ramp is the world's fastest Cosworth.
Okay, so this is the car that featured on, was it?
Fifth gear,
yeah?
Fifth gear TV program, and obviously multiple magazine features, 200 mile an hour plus car, so did 206 on 2 occasions. New owners decided to start to ramp it up, so we're going to go 800 horsepower with that on pump, and then we'll see how it progresses, whether he decides to go further or just, I wouldn't say sensible, be sensible at 800 horsepower. He's just bought a 1600 horsepower GTR as well.
Build the engines, you tune them yourself?
Yeah, build them, tune them, map them, supply the ECUs, M-Trom ECUs on them. Yeah, so everything that can be done we do.
Okay.
So, except stereos.
So we've got a customer's car here.
Yeah, we built in 2008 for the second 2 owners down the line. 2008 made 665 horsepower, and then it's now been kind of just improved slightly with a different turbo camshafts ECU to 711, and then we kind of pump fuel. We limited it at that because the rods we used in it are from 2008, so they've done 20,000+ miles, so kind of limited it for safety. It'll go more. But it's just,
so this is done 20k, no issues?
Yeah, no issues at all. So the last came in for different camshafts, different valve springs, and a different turbo. So the engine hasn't been open since 2008.
So what is it, Evo 9 GSR was it?
Yeah, this Evo 9 GSR.
Do you do like standalone ECU for this?
Yeah,
or?
this one's an M-Trom KV8 plug and play ECU. Okay. So a fantastic bit of kit, very high end, covers everything you could ever want it to do.
Gearbox been changed?
Gearboxes, yeah, had a special treated gearbox by a guy called Clive, about the best gearbox builder that you can get. Well, I don't touch gearboxes, we just kind of get the specialist to do them. Yeah. And then obviously I've done the engine, assembled it, put it in, done the suspension, done everything on it.
Okay, and would you say that like this level of build is like the safe point with the Evos?
It's
like
as far as
mark?
I'd recommend. You can go further, but obviously the costs kind of spiral, and reliability comes down. They're still reliable, but you've got inherently, at some point you're going to need to spend money on it again. So these, literally, your grandmother could drive. It is a sharp clutch, but apart from that, it still drives like a normal car. So starts and drives and does everything it should do. Yeah.
And do you know anything else that the customer's done with it? You aware of any suspension?
This has got Olin suspension on it. It's got Alcon brakes on it. Obviously, it's a full race turbo kit. Borgwarner EFR 9180 on it. It's got obviously a Garrett bar and plate intercooler on it. It's got everything that it needs to make what it makes. Okay,
should we jump out, take a little spin?
Yeah, we'll go out for a drive. Yeah.
Let's do it, man.
Cool.
Mark Sheed, the man himself.
Yep.
The legend, the ghost. So 25 years.
Yep. 25 years doing it.
Evolution legend in the house. So you're based in Marlow, yeah?
Yeah, Marlow, just on the outskirts.
I've noticed all of the cars that you're saying you're working on, they're all from like different parts of the bloody like Ireland.
Yes, we've got cars from Ireland, Belgium, obviously Scotland, just varying all around the country. So we've been in a few places as well outside the UK.
So you're an Evo fan yourself?
Yes, owned one since '99.
99, yeah.
So yeah,
Which one?
Brand new Evo 6 GSR.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that your favourite, the 6s?
Yes, yeah, I prefer the body shape.
Okay.
And it's black as well, so favourite colour.
Yes, same. And so what would you say to somebody that's looking at buying an Evo right now? Because they're all bloody good, aren't they?
Yeah, they're all fantastic cars. It's probably 5 upwards is probably the cars to be looking for.
Yeah.
So 5 to 9, they're all as good as each other. The 9's technically the better one with the M.A.Developments. But apart from that, they're all good base to start on. All the engine parts pretty much interchangeable. So it's all fairly straightforward.
What is the M.A.Developments for people that are unaware?
In that camshaft's variable, so
Okay.
you can move its position, which obviously helps with spool. Obviously
like
wider
a-
power band, torque band. You just optimise the camshaft for the best for horsepower and best for torque. So
Yeah.
it's kind of a win-win situation. There's no real downsides running.
So you get even
M.A.Developments.
more of a kick, do you, basically?
Yeah, it comes in touch earlier
Yeah.
and allows you to play around with the torque band, so it just looks nicer as well, and obviously improves it.
That felt good.
Yeah, it does go well. It does go well.
You just caught me off guard there, boy.
Yeah. That's what I was planning.
Oh man, that was a lovely hit, man.
Yeah,
Honestly, just sent you into giggles.
Yeah, cold today, so you're just fighting traction.
Yeah, spinning up then, wasn't it? A bit of movement, but very controllable, the Evos, right?
Yeah, they're great cars for that. So
what do you think of all the like AYC controls? Is it like
this one only got the centre diff, so because
Okay.
it's got an RS rear diff, so there's no
Yeah.
control on the rear diff. It just makes it a little bit more predictable, because when you start getting into a slide,
yeah,
the AYC side of it gets a little bit, I'd call it snatchy. It's fine
Okay.
if you know how to drive it, but the RS just adds,
it's you.
yeah, it just adds a little bit, for me, a little bit potentially more grip, 'cause it's limited slip diff, slightly more turn-in understeer. But apart from that, it's all kind of win-win with an RS diff. They're fantastic.
So doesn't the AYC enable for you to not have to counter steer when you're in
you've still got to steer it. All it does is distribute the torque from one side of the car to the other on the AYC, and the ACD just alters the traction or the power going to the front and rear to a certain extent, and when you brake and stuff like that, it changes how the diff works, so it turns in slightly better. So you've still got to drive the car. It doesn't make it a car that an idiot could drive. It tends to be the idiots tend to crash them. They're not understanding. It adds a little bit more, which means you're going a little bit faster.
Well, I think that these cars make you a better driver. Like, I feel like there's such a capable platform.
Yeah,
Don't get me wrong,
It enables you to drive faster. I don't mean to say you're better.
But I mean,
So-
most people like that are crashing them, like you're saying. They probably are in the car feeling invincible, aren't they?
Maybe so, yes. Yeah, one of them cars, if you want to drive crazy, go out and get a bit of practice at it at a circuit, slide the car around so you know what it's going to do.
Yeah.
And then inherently, if you've practiced it, I was brought up on rear-wheel drive Cosworth.
Yeah.
So, and my first heavily modified one, 100 mile an hour, you smoke the rear tyres.
Yeah.
So, you've got to...
Subconsciously, you've got that in your...
I always say if you press the accelerator in a powerful car, you've got to think it's going to try and kill you. So
See?
you drive it accordingly, so
Guys,
you're ready
did you
for
just
it.
hear that? That is my favourite saying on the channel, where is expect the car to come out.
Yeah.
Expect it to go sideways.
Yeah, if you're pressing-
then you're alright. You know what I
If
mean?
you're pressing the accelerator, you're delivering a load of power. If it gets out of shape or rear-wheel drive starts to grill it up,
Yeah.
you've got
You're
to
prepared.
come off quicker than you think you need to,
Yeah.
or you end up just visiting the scene of the accident because you've got it out of shape, and then you lift off and you're steering, and then you crash on the opposite side of the road that you first started.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
you
I'm
drive it
totally
like
with
it's
you.
going to kill you. And inherently you're already ready for it, so and then it becomes easier to control.
How would you compare, like, the Cosworth experience and the Evo experience?
The Cosworth you can make almost as good, but you've got to spend so much more money on it.
Okay.
You've got to change the rear suspension, the rear beam. You put nicely set up coilover suspension on it, so you get the ride as well as the handling.
Right.
And they become much more predictable.
So get some coilovers on and they're a bit more drivable, yeah?
Yeah,
Bit more-
we do a Black Art Design custom valved and custom sprung one just to make it softer, because most coilovers on the market for race cars, and they've got a theory that it's got to be stiff to make it go around corners. Well,
Okay.
you try and drive a car with super stiff suspension on it, it's not good.
So you've got your own custom sort of thing going.
Yeah, they revalved it and resprung it for us. As you saw with the Escort
Escort
566
Yes.
one. Yeah, that one had that was about, for me, about the
That was
peak
beautiful,
of
that was.
the peak of what an Escort can be. Not overloaded with power, even though it's got 560 horsepower.
Yeah.
Rides really well, drives really well.
That car was unbelievably quick, and I don't know if the video captured how fast it truly was.
Yeah.
But off camera, that car was, because there wasn't no loud exhaust sounds coming through. Because obviously for a video, it's hard to sometimes get the the element of speed through the screen.
Yeah, custom made exhaust on that one for being quiet. So, inherently you create a car that the customer wants. Most of the time they want loud, obnoxious things until they get that loud, obnoxious thing. And then they just go, what did I create? And sell it.
Neighbours complaining and everything.
You've got to do it right. You understand what they want, and normally what they want is a car that rides well, handles well.
Yeah, that is
quiet.
Yes, exactly.
Responsive and reliable. So
and that's what I want. I want a combination of all those things.
Yeah.
And I haven't owned any Jap cars, to be fair, but going out in all of these built cars, like you say, most of them tuned by you, all the owners seem to say the same thing, that they're just reliable and they have no issues, as long as you maintain the cars, regularly checking oil. And,
inherently if you're an abusive driver, you're going to kill anything, but so you almost need to interview the person to see their car history and to see whether they're suited to a high power car, because some inherently aren't. Anything can be reliable, but it's if you abuse it, and that's just, it's how you change gear, how you force it, because inherently you've got a narrower reliability band than a standard car.
Fourth gear's a bit dodgy in Evos, or
no, they're fine. I mean, you get synchro problems, but you get the boxes rebuilt. You get somebody who knows what they're doing on it, and inherently you get a good gearbox out of it. The only thing is, big horsepower ones, you end up with quite a thick oil in the box. So when it's cold, it's really clunky till the oil warms up, and then it goes okay.
So this box is standard, is it?
No, this is a specialist treated box by a guy called Clive W. and Transmission Dynamics. He's one of them really anal guys that everything's got to be right. So inherently now he builds my boxes because he does a proper job, knows what he's doing, builds it beyond tolerances which anybody else bothers with, and you get a strong product through it.
What's the box good for then?
I mean, for me, I wouldn't want to run much more than 700 horsepower on a synchro box. You can do. It will shorten its life, and it's about for his work on the box. All new components, all the bits. I think you're on about £4,500, £5 grand.
Lovely. Sounds so damn good, man. Guys, as I say, this is the man. Like, if you've got an Evo, even a Cosworth, come down and see Mark, man. He's the wizard with tuning. He can build your car. And if I do plan on getting an Evo, I'm sure that it's highly likely I'll be taking a visit to you as well. So your Evo 6, what's your car running then? Like, have you gone crazy with it, or is it?
It's been off the road 15 years because I've got a 12-year-old son, so I've been busy.
Okay.
But the new spec is 600 to 650 horsepower, EFR 76, 70, higher compression than I'd normally run. Probably going to have alt-meth mix on it, but it'll still be a normal everyday car. Same base engine as what's in this car. So specification-wise, it's all the same, except I've got a Nixil liner block, which just improves the ball strength, head gasket integrity, adds quite a substantial amount to the cost. But high power level, there's benefits more than downsides. Downside is cost, benefit is reliability. But it will have a quiet exhaust system on it. X-Tech RMO4 suspension on it, which for these cars, X-Tech's about the peak of what you could possibly get. It's an expensive system, but the ride quality is just outrageously good, and the handling is just it works. So
and you're into the driving, aren't you? You like to drive.
I do enjoy driving.
What are some of the highest power cars you build?
Most power we done on race is 978 maxed out on the dyno.
On an Evo?
On an Evo 9, and it made 808 on pump. And that wasn't maxed out. That was just, 2.5 bar boost is a lot of boost, but it wasn't maxed out.
And what was the components? Gearbox?
Gearbox that had a PPG dog box, They're drag spec ones, so dog 4 gears, synchro 5th gear. That's their highest horsepower rated gearbox.
Jeez, that traction is just unreal, isn't it?
Yeah, it gets up and goes, doesn't it?
So this is the level that you want to take to. So get to 700.
Yeah.
And
So-
if you want to go any more, it gets expensive, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, not much lag, is there? When does it come on, boost?
So that's full boost about 4.6 on this, and it's making good boost from 4 grand. It's a big turbo.
Yeah, I love the look of this as well. Black, black wheels.
Yeah.
It's awesome, man. Not really touched the interior, has he?
No,
Just
it's
got the
pretty
right
standard
components.
inside, just a stereo. They're comfortable. You know, people could say they're a bit plasticky, but if you want an Audi, go and buy one. The good bits of this is the engine and transmission and suspension, so that's where you pay the money.
Any tips for any Evo owners, like things that they should look out for when buying an Evo?
Rust, that's really the only downside. AYC pumps go.
You know, like when it comes to your mapping, do you do kind of like boost by gear, any talk?
Yeah, we can do all that. I just like giving it all. If the transmission's strong enough, I give it all everywhere. I don't see the point in mapping boost per gear if you can get it on the ground. Your transmission's good enough. Enjoy the full power in second gear. Inherently, you don't quite get full power in second gear because the load's different. But you can play around with the boost control to add boost in the lower gears, so you match your target boost every time you go for it.
I just feel that the 700 horsepower is definitely the perfect, most usable power.
Yes.
But I can't help but think, man, 850 horsepower, like, would that just not be like something else?
Yeah, he's something else. He's unbelievably fast.
To take it to that kind of stage, are we talking like
You add
even
many thousands to everything.
Yeah.
Which is fine if you can afford it and afford the maintenance on them.
All right, Mark. Well, I think I'm going to end the video there. I'm not sure if anyone can even see us. We've got the light in the cabin. But yeah, I thought it'd just be a cool opportunity for people to actually meet you on the channel.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was nice chatting to you. Obviously, we are heading, 5 o'clock. There's complete traffic. Some of these guys are just waiting for some hooligan driving.
Yeah.
But yeah, as I say, thank you so much for the invite. And do you want to plug where people can find you?
M.A.Developments.com. Website's kind of under construction. I'm a bit lazy on that side of things. Mark at M.A.Developments.com is my email address, and I'm on Facebook under M.A. Developments. So
So yeah, I'll leave all your links in the description.
Yeah.
So guys, as always, I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please hit the thumbs up, subscribe if you're new to the channel, and I will see you soon. Thank you for watching. Bye.